to come up and talk to you about why she's applied.
Hi, I'm Tabitha and I'm applying to be a head student for next year. I've been a student here since year 9, so most of you probably know of me. I'm applying for this role because I would like to help create positive and long-lasting changes within the school. I want to make the changes and developments you, the students, want to see. I've had many great opportunities, experiences and support from the school, and I feel as though being head girl would be a way in which I could give something back to both the school and the students. I believe I'll be capable of being an effective head girl as I've had other leadership roles and experiences in the past. I've been a junior and senior leader for Fieldhouse for the last 2 years, and I was also part of the junior leadership team. This year I was invited back by Miss Frith to be a team leader on the United Maths trip, and I was also selected by Kylie to be part of the college's Relay for Life team. I think of myself as a kind, compassionate and non-judgmental person, making it easy for people to come to me with any queries or suggestions you may have. I also consider myself to be an all-round student. Though I am more of an academic student, sporting success is still important to me. I've been part of the girls' volleyball team for the last 2 years, and I participate in all of the inter-house events, always trying my best and supporting others. I'd like to thank this year's leadership team for all of the efforts, and also wish other applicants the best of luck. If I were elected as head girl, I would do my best to make the changes you want to see, and also represent the school the best I can. So please vote for me, and thank you for listening.
Tēnā koutou I ngā iwi, e hoa mai, ko tāma nei ki tēnei kura, ki te kōrero ngā mema ou, ka nui te hari, ka nui te koa, mō tō koutou kaha, mō tō koutou kānākau ki te haere mai, ki te whakatakoto I ngā kōrero, e pāna ki tēnei kura. Tēnā koutou katoa. If you didn't already know, my name is Damien Bryant, and I'm a Year 12 student here at Manawatu College. That little kōrero I just did was greeting and thanking everyone who has attended this gathering, assembly, whatever you may call it. I am up here to talk about why I would like to be a head student and an international captain. First, let me tell you a little bit about myself. I come from a smaller but better town by the name of Shannon. I have lived there my whole life, but you honestly don't want to hear my whole life story, so let's get into things. The reason why I have applied for these two positions is because ever since I have started school here at Manawatu College, I knew that one day I could represent the college as a head student. I have had a few ideas which could enhance the college. I think that I have a good relationship with the majority of the students and staff in the school. I believe I have grown as a leader since starting. I have taken on a lot of roles in the college, including a lot of extracurricular activities, a few including representing the school on the Spirit of Adventure, captained a few teams over the years, but one thing that has really made me confident in the person I am today is being kai kōrero on the pai while representing our school. That has made me the person I am. It has grown my confidence from here up to here. I have the ability to speak in front of large crowds, whether it be in Te Reo or English, and it has also brought maturity towards myself in a way I present myself. So if I was elected head student, I could bring all my confidence in from the whai kōrero and enhance it in a way which could see our college exceed. Ki mai, kia hu, he aha te mea nui I tēnei ao, te tangata, te tangata, te tangata. Ask me what is important in this world. It is people, it is people, it is people. But really, it's not about how I want things to exceed, improve all that. It's about how we can work together to uplift our college pride. Now the reason why I am going for international captain is because of a few exchange students I have met over the years. Over the past couple of years, I have built some really good relationships with our exchange students, bonds that can never be broken. So for me, being international captain, I would like to build better relationships with them myself, but also to build relationships with for them to build relationships with youth, and I would like to represent us on that. Thank you for listening to my mihi, my speech, whatever you want to call it. And quickly before I end things, I just want to thank 5 staff members who have really pushed me to be the person I am this year. Mrs. Park, Mrs. Tatana, Mr. Mitchell, Pa Cookie, And let's not forget that one guy with the dirty moustache, Pai Mayfield. A big mihi to you for pushing me forward. Ngā mihi nui kia koutou, nō reira, tēnā koutou, tēnā koutou, tēnā koutou katoa.
Morning everyone, my name is Sarah Chambers and I am currently a Year 12 here at Manawatu College. I am applying for the roles of Head Student and Sports Captain for 2019. With all the opportunities Manawatu College has given me over the 4 years that I have attended here, I believe in good karma and would love to give back. If chosen for Head Student, I plan to improve the students' connections with one another. I want to create an environment where students are willing to come to school. I feel I could make an impact on this by constantly demonstrating the mana values. The mana values are important to me because they outline what Manawatu College is all about: sharing, guiding, achieving and aspiring to become better. If chosen for Sports Captain, I vision our school moving forward yet again in many ways. I would love to see our college become more competitive, confident and recognised within the sporting world. I plan on doing this by encouraging students to enhance their levels of participation, success and improving our mindsets in all sports that we play. In the position of either role, I will present myself as an approachable person to all students and staff, maintain a positive attitude within the school, or the wider community and on social media. Throughout my time here at school, I have been lucky enough to be a junior and senior leader of Robertson House. I've been involved in a number of sports teams inside and outside of school and have had the opportunity to represent my college proudly. This year I've been a part of the high performance class, which has taught me many things about myself and has encouraged me to come up here today. Within the position of either roles, I would love to work alongside the staff here at Manawatu College to help improve, motivate and guide our students to be successful. It would be an honour to be a role model for you guys and represent Manawatu College as a senior leader next year. Thank you for your time this morning and have a good day.
Morning everyone, my name is Nessie Albi and I am currently a Year 12 student at Manawatu College. I have 3 siblings, one who is a current Year 10 student, a younger sister who attends College Street School and a 3-year-old brother. I was born in Foxton but my family left to live in Taranaki when I was younger but moved back home to Foxton in 2011. I would like to be your Head Student and or Sports Captain for 2019. The reason I am applying for these positions is because I enjoy helping and supporting others. I like to guide an individual or group of people in the right direction, not by doing it for them, but by supporting and encouraging them to fulfill a goal or vision. I feel I am an appropriate choice for these positions as I am supportive and reliable, I lead by example, have good organisational skills, I am trustworthy, I feel I am also approachable, and have the ability and confidence to work in a team and as an individual. And I always present myself well as a student of Manawatu College and feel proud to belong to the school. I also have a fair amount of leadership experience, such as being a member of College Street School leadership team, being selected to represent the college as a Year 10 on Spirit of Adventure, selected to be a leader for the Year 9 Maths trip and the college's Relay for Life team, fundraising for cancer, peer support team member, leader of Cactus, Morris House Junior Leadership Team, as well as Junior and Senior House Leader. And I also took the responsibility of being Manawatu College's Under 15 Assistant Coach of the Under 15 Rugby Team. And at the end of last year, I was also selected as one of your Sports Captains for 2018 and became a member of the college's Senior Leadership Team. If you vote for me, I'll make sure I do my very best in the role of Head Student and or Sports Captain for you and the school and carry out this year's leadership team, or carry out the hard work that this year's leadership team has done for us. Lastly, I'd like to wish all the other applicants the best of luck for their applicants, and I would also like to wish all the students the best of luck for their exams. Thank you for listening to my speech.
Good morning guys. So I do not want to go for international captain or sports captain. I'm so glad I didn't go for Head Student. And I certainly do not want to be up here. Especially for a speech I've been working on for a day and ended up finishing for over 2 hours. But reading the minds today, it sounds like you guys want someone who can come up here, say short streets, someone that he or she wants to be and becomes representative and makes his school proud. Well, lucky for you, I was joking, and that I'm up for the job and ready to learn skills and experience. So my name is Kian. Furthermore, you're probably thinking, why should I vote for you? For sports captain and international captain. So from my perspective, leadership is someone that shows dedication in their skill and in their learning to show by example. It can be someone that can take urgent action to lead groups and individuals, showing pride and supportiveness within the college and community. For everyone sitting or standing in this room has the skills to show leadership. You might think you don't, but everyone has the potential to gain that. It comes with practice and experience. Standing up here gives me the experience and the skill to do public speaking. If you're dedicated enough, you can do anything. Representing Manawatu College and by showing pride, dedication, focus, driven, respect, so on and so on. Following our motto, personal best. Most of these skills I can bring to this position. I have practice with junior leadership. If there's a skill that I don't show or is lacking, I'll teach myself to learn that skill and enhance it. Why should I be sports captain? Going for international captain and sports captain has relationships from culture like kendo, kiwarahi, sumo wrestling, curling and furthermore. Growing up and moving many times gave me the experience to move more quickly with others. When I started new skills, I learned how to coach and play many sports, turning out to cheer for other skills and certainly playing sport. I would encourage others and always having competitiveness attitude, because sport for me is having fun, staying fit and certainly winning. I would make your passion into a sport. For instance, sport is not just physical exertion, but being skilled at what you do best. I want to focus and report on people that play well at sport and achieve a great responsibility over sport. Furthermore, I want to focus on people that show skills in anything you are passionate about. Take chess for example, make a competition around Manawatu over chess, as people could be better or passionate around chess. The meaning of sport can be someone like yourself or in a team who competes against others or in another. Your dedication and passion cannot just take you around Manawatu area, but national and internationally. All of Manawatu College has the potential to get anywhere. And I am driven to make any sport competition in a relationship with other skills. Things that is important to the school I would fight for to make better. But little steps can be key to success. Skills that will be essential for international captain. Confident, reliable, passionate, focused, good sense of humour are a few key points for international captain. At Year 10 I got more involved into culture and travelling, so I wanted to know more of the international students from their culture to the language. The consequences for me wanting to question me to apply for international captain was about 4 weeks ago. I went to stay at a university called IPU, Institute of Pacific United, where they teach mostly Japanese and business studies as well as other language. I got to learn how to communicate with a few people, Jamaicans, Russians, Chinese people, Filipinos and of course Japanese people. But I want to seek more knowledge and experience from all cultures and languages of life. One of the teachers that taught TESOL expressed that at least one language is dies every 2 weeks and asked, do you really know your language? Which expanded my mind to look further into languages. I got to also experience leadership and group activities and learn how to speak Chinese and more Japanese. Not just meeting people in New Zealand, but around the world. This gave me the skill to interact with people from different cultures. If I was international captain, my first step was to invite and create more events around Māori and to have icebreakers when they first arrive to our school. This is only a pinch of my ideas and I want to expand and create more, as I am a driven person. But if you have any suggestions, I'm all ears as I love expanding your ideas. I'd be honoured and proud to be the sports captain and international captain 2019. Right now you're probably thinking the speech is over, or just sitting back and thinking, man, this guy shuts his mouth. Lucky for you it is. Good luck for the voting. I hope the speech was short enough and have a great day, and I'm looking forward to being up here next year. Thank you.
Tēnā koutou katoa. As I was writing up my speech to prepare for today, I sort of thought, I read it over and over in my head and I was just, felt a bit whakamā. It's hard to having to stand up here and sort of say yourself about, yeah, let me restart. So I was writing my speech to prepare for today and I read it over and over in my head. And I felt a bit whakamā. It's hard having to stand up here and trying to say yourself about all the leadership qualities that you have. So I thought I'd sort of come up here and semi-freestyle it. So finally, for those of you who know me, know that if I got this opportunity, I'd give it my best and represent everyone here at Manawatu College with pride. My goal will be to not let anyone down, and I'll work very hard to achieve that goal. I look at all these other students applying for head girl, head boy, sports captain, etc. And it would be a hard task to try and select two. So I want to say congratulations for coming up here and giving it your go. I want to say thank you to Mr. McIntyre and the leadership crew for making this year the best year for me. It's not that easy coming up here and sort of having to every week have sports report and all that stuff, so thank you for that. And thanks to my mum and my father for supporting me since I was a baby. But yeah, Mauria te pono, believe in yourself. Nō reira, tēnā koutou, tēnā koutou, tēnā koutou.
Oh, hello. Kia ora tātou. My name is Isaac Larissy, also known as Ice or Larislim. I am Year 12 this year and I'm applying for Head Student and Arts Captain. I chose to apply for Head Student of Manawatu College because I believe it's time for me to step up and be a person to inspire and lead in a positive manner. I believe I can do this by giving my best at everything and showing my personal leadership skills. I will put my heart into any task even though I'm not the perfect student. I try to lead by example. I have learned a lot of leadership skills throughout my time at Manawatu College through playing rugby in the first 15, making and hanging out with some of the best mates in the world. Also learning from the best teachers at Manawatu College. Students at the school make me feel comfortable and confident to lead and talk to anyone here. I am also applying to be arts captain because I believe I can be a good option for the arts as I have a lot of experience in music, playing the drums and playing in a lot of outside of school bands too. I've been playing since I was 3 years old. Music and the arts has been a big part of my life as it's a big passion of mine and throughout my entire family. I will really make a good arts captain because I bring a lot of experience to the table and it's a big part of my life. I will try my very best of giving both positions to put my best foot forward for everyone at Manawatu College. So that's why you should vote for Isaac Larissy as your head student and arts captain of Manawatu College for 2019 and hopefully I won't let you down. Thank you.
Kia ora. My name is Alex Ling. I'm Year 12 here at Manawatu College and also it's my first year here, but everyone just calls me Ling. This is my speech to be head of sport. I promise it won't be silly. I love sports to death. It's a passion, not a hobby. Competing with all the other houses but representing Robbie. I was involved in rugby, in touch and even CSE. So if you pick me for this position, it would be for you, not for me. I'll try my hardest and will never hide up the watu all day and filled with mana's pride. If you vote me, how about this for a thought? I'll even ask Mr. Mack for a new outside basketball court. In conclusion, you know you are always respected, never neglected. A wise man once said, "Manas, stay connected." Don't be silly, vote really, thank you.
Hi guys, first of all I want to say a big thank you to our current leaders. You guys are amazing and what you've done for the school is absolutely great. So yes, if by now you haven't heard, I have an accent. For those of you who don't know me, my name's Janae. I'm a current Year 12 student at the school. I'm originally from South Africa and no, I have not had lions walking in my street while living there. I have been in New Zealand for 4 years now and next year will be my 3rd year at Manawatu College. I would very much like to represent you by becoming your academic captain. I feel that I can contribute to the college by motivating students to do good and succeed at a great level with an NCA, giving it your personal best. I feel I am appropriate for the position as I know the need for students to accomplish their academic goals. I believe I have the qualities of being persistent, approachable, and a good communicator to improve the academic learning and goals set for the students in the college. I achieved NCA Level 1 with a merit endorsement as well as coming first in both practical science, and internal maths. Currently, I'm working my way up to getting excellence endorsement in NAS Level 2. You as a student body would have the opportunity to improve and give opinions on your learning ways and environment in order to make a change. I believe that every student has the capability to achieve anything. You choosing me as your academic captain would be muchly appreciated, as your choices and learning will become my top priority for the college. Lastly, I just want to wish all the applicants the best of luck and thank you for giving your time and attention.
Dzień dobry, buenos dias, atamaria, and good morning. As many of you will know, my name is Tremaine Thompson, and this year I have applied for the positions of International and Arts Captain. Firstly, I will start with why I would be most suitable for the International Captain role. I am a first-generation New Zealander, meaning my parents immigrated to New Zealand from Poland in the 90s, and I was the first in my family to be born in New Zealand. Growing up, my first language was Polish, and I still speak it fluently today. At the age of 2.5, I moved to a city in Argentina called Buenos Aires for 3 years, which is where I learned to speak Spanish. I have now continued my Spanish studies and am quite an advanced speaker. I did not start learning English until the age of 5.5, where I had to attend specialist English language classes every day for just over a year. I believe having first-hand experience of life in a new and sometimes strange country, where you're still trying to learn the language, will give me the essential skills to connect with and empathise with the international students easier. I'm also very intrigued in learning about different languages and cultures, and I feel that the role of International Captain will help me to grow in our multicultural community. As I said, I have also applied for the role of Arts Captain. I've been actively involved with performing arts and culinary arts since before I could even walk. Having 13 years of experience in the performing arts industry, with my first role at 2.5 being the child of Silvia in Todas las noches de un día at Teatro Cervantes in Buenos Aires. My most recent professional stage play was called 1984 and was performed with the Auckland Theatre Company at the ASD Waterfront Theatre in Auckland. I am also currently rehearsing for the Cinderella pantomime at Foxton Little Theatre, which opens very shortly. At school, I was in the recent school production of Rose and Thorn, and I have also been a member of winning theatre sports and stage challenge teams for previous schools. I also play most musical instruments, with my mother being a music teacher for the Royal School of Music. I have played and sang in jazz bands, church worship bands, brass bands, drum corps, mariachi bands, and solo performances, just to name a few. I believe that I can use all my experience to the best of my capability to promote the arts and enhance our diverse arts community here at Manawatu College, through events, workshops, and more exciting concepts. I have plenty of ideas, concepts, and a very clear vision for the positions of International and Arts Captain, all ready to go. I know that I am as suitable as they come, and I have the determination to make this work for us all as a school. If appointed, I will bring enthusiasm, determination, willingness to professional development, punctuality, and a can-do attitude. I would like to congratulate all the other applicants here today, and I would like to thank the current senior leadership team for all their hard work this year. Thank you all for listening to me as well. Dziękowanie, muchas gracias, no era tena koutou katoa.
Kia ora. I am Year 12 student Connor Thwaites, and I'm going for head student and sports captain of Manawatu College for 2019, with my preference lying with head student. I believe that I'm a good candidate for these positions due to the fact that I'm passionate about how wonderful Manawatu College. I've been a sports captain in 2018 and have gained leadership experience and understand what it takes to be a senior leader. I've been a student here since Year 9, and it has always been a goal of mine to be head boy of Manawatu College one day. I've been blessed with many leadership opportunities in my time here, such as sports captain, student rep to the Board of Trustees, captain of the hockey team, and senior leader of my trustee, Mighty Morris House, and so much more. I've also taken part in extracurricular events such as Jukavi and also the Spirit of Adventure. All of these opportunities have developed my skills, such as to be an honest, passionate, confident leader in our school. I'm a natural speaker with very good communicational skills, and to be elected to head student would be something I would strive to do an excellent job in. This to me means to uphold our mana values and to strive for excellence in not only sport and academics, but the way that we live life. I believe that I'm a strong academic, having nearly achieved my Level 2 Excellence endorsement, but also I find sport and excellence to be just as important. I'm an active participant in sport, and this has been shown by my election as a captain for 2018. I also see that growth is available for the leadership team of this college, and I would like to see our bond as a college and leadership team grow with Waipihu and Horowhenua College. I believe I'm the right person to lead change in the student body and leadership team. To promote our college and to uphold our mana values is something I think I'm capable of as your head student in 2019. I understand leadership as to define and exhibit moral and ethical courage and setting an example. To define and exhibit moral and ethical courage and setting an example. Good luck to all candidates for 2019 senior leadership positions, and remember, head student 1, sport captain 2, Connor Thwaites on your voting paper. Haere tō kaha and personal best. Kia ora.
Hi guys. For those who don't know me, my name's Ed. But most people call me Iggy and I'm a Year 12 student. I'm applying for the positions of head student and sports captain for 2019. I want to apply for these positions to become a role model in the school that people will look up to and develop my confidence and personal skills such as leadership. I feel obligated as being a head student or sports captain would be a way to give back to the school. I believe I would be an effective head student or sports captain as I'm a friendly, approachable person, great at communicating with others, and have had previous leadership roles such as Morris Senior House Leader and co-coach of the junior basketball team. I've had a positive impact on both the house and the team and feel like I can carry that positive impact to the school by leading by example and inspiring students and future students that come to the school. If I was selected as head student or sports captain, I would try my hardest to make the changes that you want and represent the school with pride inside and outside the community. Lastly, I just want to say thank you to the leadership team this year as they have been great role models, and I wish good luck for all the other candidates. Please vote for me.
It's actually very hard if you're not used to it to get up here in front of the school and talk. I think we've had an excellent group of presentations there, well thought out, well written. Saw personality coming through there, and the next step in the appointment process is that tomorrow you will all have the opportunity to express your preference for applicants for each of those positions. And at group time tomorrow morning, you'll get a sheet of paper where for each position you express your first and your second preference by putting the number 1 and the number 2 alongside the candidates that you think would be best and second best at in that role.